Hi everyone, as I promised in my blog post a couple days ago, I'll show you how to watercolor using your stamping right markers, aqua painter, and blender pens. So you will need a stamp, which is line image, and I'm using Peaceful Petals from the Occasions mini catalog. I'm just using this smaller stamp, so it's a little bit simpler to show you and it goes quicker. And of course I have the clear block and my stays on pad. So I'm using the watercolor paper that is already retired, but now we have this. Those are the smaller sheets. Now we have the larger sheets, but I still have small ones, so I would just want to use all of those. And one thing that I noticed with those is that one side colors pretty well, the markers blend pretty well, and the other one not so much. So I'll just test to see which side is which, because just by looking at it you can't really tell. And I'll just grab one random marker, and it's Melon Mambo. And how I do that is just like scribble on the side a little bit, and then using my blender pens try to blend it out. So let's see, and you can see this. I'm not sure if you can see here. Yeah, this left a little bit marks on the side, so probably this is not the blendable side. So I'll turn it over and scribble again some of the marker on the side, and again go with my blender pen. And this is the side actually that blends much better. Not sure if you can see that here. There we go. And I think the zoom on this thing is not very well, but just test it out and see how it goes. So that's the side of the watercolor paper I would like to stamp on. So I'll grab my stays on pad, ink my stamp, and then, because I'll be cutting out this image after that, so it doesn't matter where you stamp it. So there we go. And okay, so first I'll show you different techniques. I'll stamp it again. You can use just one color marker, or you can use two color markers. So, okay, there we go. So I'll be using Strawberry Slush and Blushing Bride. Let me just find those two. Okay, so I have those two markers, and I have my stamp images. So let me see if this is okay. This is zoomed pretty good. Actually, I think this way you can see better. Okay, so I'll be coloring the petals one by one, so this is a little time consuming, but I really like the results. And you will need a scratch paper where you can clean your blender pen. As well, I have some tissues to absorb the water from the aqua painter. I use just aqua painter to when I do a little shade around the flower or around the image. I just do a little bit of crumb cake or pool party or soft sky markers, and then I just blend it out with the aqua painter. So let's start here. So I have this flower, and then I'm starting from the center of the flower where the petals are starting, and I just color a little bit with the Strawberry Slush, which is the darker color, and then I go to overlap with the edge with the Blushing Bride, and kind of you can see that that edge kind of blends. And then I take my blender pen, make sure it's clean, and then I grab just from the middle of the Blushing Bride and I blend it towards the edge. So, and then if you want to blend a little bit more, you can even start from the beginning of the petals, the center of the flower. So there we go. It's very simple. It's a little time consuming, but it's pretty simple, and you don't need any, you don't really need much talent to do this. So you can go one by one, and then blend with the, and you may want time to time to clean your Blushing Bride, the lighter color marker, because when you overlap the two colors, it kind of leaves some of the dark color in it. So, and I would like this one to be darker, so I won't be going with the blender pen. I'll just blend the two colors, and I don't really have a scrap paper here, so I'll do it on the side. Clean my Blushing Bride marker. So there we go. And then the blender pen. Okay, so that's the way. It's pretty easy, pretty quick time. Well, not really quick, but it's not really a rocket science. And this is the, let's see if we can get this one in focus. There we go. This is the end result. So this is a flower that I colored with using two markers. I used the Strawberry Slush and Blushing Bride. As well, I'll put this one inside, and you can do the same thing using just one color marker. So I'll do the same. I'll just use, let me grab a different color. I'll do Coastal Cabana. So I have my flower here, and again I'll do the same thing as I did with the Strawberry Slush. Just I won't add a second color. Make sure my blender pen is clear, and then I'll just grab, not from the like the center of the flower, but somewhere from like the middle of the color, and then make sure you clean it up so like towards the end we have like much lighter color and nice contrast. So do that one. Make sure this is clean. Just slowly blend it in. And then I go again with my blender pen, somewhere from the middle, clean it up, and then to get like much lighter color at the edge of the petals. And then one more. So here we go. It's not the whole flower, but I don't want you to get bored for like 20-minute video where like we colored the whole whole flower. So here's the result. I really like how it blends and how you can get contrast and like different shades using just your markers and blender pen. So now that we have okay, I'll show you in this one how to do effect. Like I have one card that I showed on my blog. Let me just figure out what I did with it. It was just using the So Very Grateful and Feel Good stamp sets. And I had more images colored around here, but I don't know what I did with those. Okay, here we go. So this one, you can see there's like little shadow around the flowers. So for this one I used crumb cake, but for the other one, the card that I showed a couple days ago on my blog, or yesterday, I used the Soft Sky or Pool Party, I can't remember now, marker. So let me just focus this one. There we go. And then I'll just take one of those two colors, and it should be pretty light. So I have here Soft Sky marker, and I'll just draw a line around the petals here. So here is where I'll be using my aqua painter, and my other one, the one that I frequently use, is downstairs, so I was too lazy to go downstairs. And then soak the excess water with your paper towel. Again, my paper towels are downstairs, so I'm just using a facial tissue. So, and then just go and blend it and go towards the outside of the flower. So you get very nice and light shade of blue. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it here because it's pretty light. So yeah, it's very light, and I think it doesn't really show, or I just used too much water. Okay, let's do with darker colors so you can see on the video better. I'll be just using Coastal Cabana. And then, sorry for my arm getting in the way, my aqua painter, and just blend it in. And then if it's too bright while it's still wet, you can use a paper towel to just dump it. Just wipe it, not damp it. Just remove the excess of the water, and that will remove the excess of the color as well. So let me clean this one. This is getting pretty dark, but just blend it in. And then just with my tissue, I pulled out the color, and I think this was really out of focus, so sorry. Okay, so here is the, well, it was here. So here is the how you can do the edge. So okay, that's it, and pretty simple, pretty easy to do. You don't need to be an artist to do watercoloring. Just use your markers, blender pen, and aqua painter if you want nice shadow around the edge. If not, it's just markers and blender pen and your watercolor paper. Thanks for watching, and see you soon in another video. Bye!